Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you humbly today as we enter this holiday season. I pray, dear God, that we remember what your Son Jesus said about the great commandment to love you with all our hearts, all our souls, and if we expect forgiveness from God, that we forgive each other. Let us remember we are all your children. Whether we choose to believe in you or not, whether we choose to love you or not, we know that you love us. Please let us change and do the things that are right, not just for ourselves, but for the people to the right and left of us. I pray that you give us discernment today and wisdom to carry out the will of the people of the great state of Ohio and to be good Americans. I pray all these things in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The clerk will read the journal of the previous day.
Senate Chamber, Columbus, Ohio, Monday, December 8th, 9:30 a.m. 3 resolutions were offered and adopted on the motion of Senator Demora. Senate adjourned until Tuesday, December 9th at 1:30 p.m.
The question is, shall the journal be agreed to? Without objection, the journal is agreed to. Reports of conference committees.
Substitute Senate Bill number 56, Senator Huffman and others, to amend sections of the revised code to revise specified provisions of the liquor control, hemp, and adult use marijuana laws, to levy taxes on certain hemp products, and to make an appropriation.
The question is, shall the report of the Committee of Conference be agreed to? The chair recognizes Senator Huffman.
Thank you, President. I rise today in support of the conference committee, and first I need I want to kind of go in reverse order and thank some people. And first is Kirk Schering. Kirk was with me back in 2016 when I introduced medical marijuana. He was a great bit of advice throughout the years, including last year to me and you and the president as we talked about this with the House. He passed away on November 22nd a year ago, and his institutional knowledge will be lost, not just on marijuana and hemp, but many other things. I just want to acknowledge his dad. I want to acknowledge Melissa Suarez and Will Cox for their efforts in this. Chairman Stewart and Tex Fisher in the House did a great job. And I appreciate the President and the Speaker and all that they've done to help us get through this. So what does the bill do? And I'll speak on marijuana. And part of 56 was 86 on hemp was added to that. And Senator Wilkins will speak on that. But it institutes a public smoking ban. Child-proof packaging, prohibits open marijuana containers and smoking in cars, prohibits production and advertising towards children, proper labeling and signage. It limits the homegrown to 12 plants and outlaws anything over 13, and it clears up, in the entire bill, clears up a lot of vague language that we found in the ballot initiative, but continues to protect regarding the drug-free workplace. We increased the buffer between dispensaries from a half a mile to a mile, which was kind of at the request of the industry. It maintains a 10% tax rate, with 36% going to the host community, which was very important. Also, since it is appropriation, that money will be available to the locals as quickly as tax can get it out. As soon as the governor signs it, it's not up to the 90-day provision, which will make it pretty, if it all works out here in the next few weeks, it'll make pretty good Christmas for all those local jurisdictions that have dispensaries. It clarifies the law that you can exchange marijuana on your own property with somebody else, but without any payment. We're setting a statutory cap of 400 total marijuana dispensaries. throughout the state. It gives a lot more cannabis to the Department of Cannabis Control concerning the licensing and other caps on the numbers. But in short, this bill leaves the crux of Issue 2 in marijuana access intact while providing for several important public safety concerns and also regulations that protect Ohio children. So I encourage a concurrence vote on Senate Bill 56. And President, if we can, we'll listen to hear about hemp from Senator Wilkins.
Thank you, Senator Huffman. The question is, shall the report of the Committee of Conference be agreed to? The chair recognizes Senator Wilkin.
Thank you, Mr. President. As you all know, hemp was part of this, and with recent federal actions, they closed the loophole on intoxicating hemp, reclassifying any product with more than 0.4 milligrams of total THC as marijuana. However, these changes will not take place until next November. What we have done in the conference committee is we have shortened what I would call the combustibles, the flour, the things that you would find in your local hemp shop on the corner. That was untested, unregulated. We didn't know where it came from. We didn't know what was in it. We don't know how they got it to be as intoxicating as they did. It was dangerous, and on top of that, it was marketed in lots of ways toward children. We have said that once this bill is signed, 90 days upon the effective date, this bill will take effect, and that hemp will be illegal here in Ohio to sell. Now, there's also a part of this, the hemp beverage drinks, or the DCPs, the drinkable cannabinoid drinks. Those are a little bit different, and we have agreed through conference committee with the work of Senator Huffman and the conferees from the House to allow those to be sold throughout the remainder of this year. They will be regulated to a 5 milligrams of THC in 12-ounce cans only, sold at liquor licensed establishments, age-gated to individuals 21 and over. They cannot be advertised to minors. And the key is they must be tested with a documented certificate of analysis approved by the Division of Cannabis Control. That way we know what's in them, we know where they came from, and we know they're safe. With that, I would urge concurrence on the conference report. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Wilkin. The question is, shall the report of the Committee of Conference be agreed to? The chair recognizes Senator DeMora.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before I start my speech, I want to thank the other two conferees, Senators Huffman and Wilkin, for all the work. I mean, we were here after everybody else went home that night. We had a conference committee. I also want to say that the stuff on the hemp products, we all agreed on. We all voted for that bill when it passed as a regular bill, the hemp bill. Getting that stuff off the streets was the #1 priority. I actually put a bill in separate of all the other things else to try to get that moving because we all know how bad that stuff was. And we need to get off the streets, and I commend that part of the bill. The trouble is the rest of the bill, as we say in Italian, is ugazz. And I urge a no vote. I want to take a step back to November 7th of 2023, where 2,226,399 Ohioans voted yes on a measure titled the Regulate Marijuana Like Alcohol Initiative. That's 57.4% of all Ohioans coming to say loud and clear that they know that marijuana is no more dangerous than alcohol, that the thousands of Ohioans that were arrested for smoking a joint should never have been arrested, that they want to grow weed at their residence, that they wanted 3 levels of cultivator and dispensary license, and they wanted money going to local communities. And in those 2 years, this body's done everything in its power to give Ohio voters the finger. This bill was introduced in January, it passed in February, then it stalled in the House for over 8 months. Then when the governor got fed up with the House's inaction on hemp and banned all intoxicating hemp, the bill became an omnibus and actually looked like we had come to agreement. We're going to regulate hemp, get the bad stuff off, and we're making progress on marijuana. But then, of course, the dysfunctional Congress in D.C. decided to ban all hemp, and everything fell apart. Now the bill in front of everyone will completely illegalize hemp, which is good. But as Senator Wilkins said, the beverages are going to go out of business when the federal bill takes effect in November, which is the fastest growing part of the market, which is something I think we should have regulated the entire time. And if the federal government changes its mind, it does. But I mean, I still worry that the fastest growing industry in the beverage market, being hemp beverages, are going to get hurt. And that right now is thousands of jobs in Ohioans who are doing this right now legally, but then it becomes illegally. The other part of this bill that's bad is it re-criminalizes dozens of different provisions dealing with marijuana. If you move marijuana outside of the regional package, and I don't know anybody at home grows marijuana that has their own packaging, it's now illegal. And If you smoke on the patio of a bar, even if the bar owner wants you to do it, that's illegal. Some college kid who accidentally takes a fake ID twice is now a felony. And of course, we can't forget about the fact that we're going to have millions of dollars in taxpayer money be wasted on Ohio troopers sitting on the border of every road coming in from the state up north to see if people from the state up north are driving into Ohio with marijuana products, because now that's illegal. How are the troopers going to know who has marijuana products without having all the parking lots of the dozens of places up in the state up north and looking and then stop them on the way in? I don't know, but it's still going to be needless amount of time and money spent doing that. And finally, the conference committee report in front of you makes it legal to discriminate against marijuana smokers for unemployment benefits, for housing, and even for organ donation. It's so needlessly crude that I don't even have a snarky remark about it. It's just the fact that if this passes, someone can be denied life-saving organ transplant just because they smoked a little weed. It's disgusting. It's a spit in the face to the voters of Ohio, who voted 57.4% to legalize marijuana like alcohol. Can anyone in this room explain to me how this is respecting the will of the voters? When 30 of the 33 Senate districts that we all represent passed Issue 2, why are we ignoring our constituents to vote for something that spits in their face? Because after the J-Car vote yesterday, which of course now banned all basically forms of advertising for marijuana companies, which of course now they're going to sue, all this stuff is going to end up in court, and all we've done here is pass a bill and pass the rules that say, go ahead and sue the state of Ohio. We'll spend millions in litigation for the next several years on something that people actually voted for, but now we're making illegal. Thank you, Mr. President. I urge a no vote on accepting report.
Thank you, Senator DeMora. The question is, shall the report of the Committee of Conference be agreed to? The chair recognizes Leader Antonio.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise in opposition and support a no vote on the Conference Committee report. As my colleague has pointed out, many of the reasons why we don't support the report of conference. Now, there's actually some good things in the bill, as always. Nothing is completely perfect on any side of anything, absolutely, that we do, that's for sure. In this case, there are protections for children, which is something that my caucus supported. We wanted to see in the bills that we've supported in the past as we sent them over to the House. We wanted to see those limits, those age requirements, the ending of advertising to children, of sending them non-standardized, compounded materials. We don't even know what's in them. So those elements of this conference report, those elements that are in the bill now, we absolutely agree with and think are going to make it safer for children going forward. But unfortunately, some of the key elements, the things that we wanted to continue to see as we debate, as we listen to Ohioans. And what was very important to my caucus is the fact that we've been consistent since Issue 2 passed in terms of wanting to respect the will of the voters, addressing unsafe marketing practices, fund and include expungement. This bill not only doesn't provide funds available to folks who up to this point may have a record because they had possession of marijuana in the past. Now they'll be able to go to the courts and seek expungement, but not everyone can afford going through that process. And so, but for whether or not you have access to money will make a difference between whether you continue to have something on your record that going forward is now legal. We wanted to see some of those resources dedicated so that people would have a level playing field going forward, that this would be fair, but that wasn't included in this bill. We also wanted to make sure that there was social equity, that there was substance abuse treatment, criminal justice reform, those things that the people voted for, along with legalizing marijuana. So some of those elements are still left out. And as far as intoxicating hemp goes, you know, when all is said and done, this bill definitely benefits big marijuana business and at the same time leaves a lot of small business owners in the wake. For all of those reasons, I urge a no vote on this committee conference report.
Thank you, Leader Antonio. The question is, shall the report of the Committee of Conference be agreed to? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Antonio? Blackshear? Blessing? Brenner? Chavez? Sereno? Craig? Catrona? DeMora? Gavrone? Huffman? Johnson? Kaler? Landis? Liston? Manchester? Manning? O'Brien? Patton? Reinecke? Reynolds? Rogner? Schaefer? Smith? Timken? Weinstein? Wilkin? Wilson? President McCauley?
With 22 yeas and 7 nays, the report of the Committee of Conference is agreed to. With a point of personal privilege, the chair recognizes Senator Wilkin.
Thank you, Mr. President. I unfortunately stand today with a very heavy heart. Highland County Auditor for 32 years, Bill Foley, lost his battle with cancer and passed away on the day of the game. So Bill was a great friend. He started his career as a teacher at Lynchburg Clay High School, which is where I attended. And then from there, he went on to serve 3 different congressmen, both in D.C. and here in Ohio. Bill had knowledge, such a wide range, such a great institutional knowledge for all of us, that when I became commissioner, he became my best friend in the administration building. He was a guy I go to that could tell you how to get things done, what you could do, what you couldn't do. And unfortunately for me, on more than one occasion, I would hear him tell me, "You can't do that." And I would say, "All right, well, here's what I'm trying to do, Bill. Help me get to that point." And he would always walk me through it. But even more so than a friend in the administration building, Bill became a very good friend overall. And I want to extend my deepest condolences to his family, to his wife, Diane, to his son, Will, and his wife, Kara. And then Bill absolutely cherished his 2 grandsons, as I know many people do. But Trip and Dax, they're missing out on a great granddad, but they got to know him for a good bit. So at this point, with your permission, Mr. President, I would request a moment of silence for Highland County Auditor for 32 years, Bill Foley.
Thank you, Senator Wilkin. Would the members of the Senate and our guests please rise for a moment of silence in memory of Highland County Auditor Bill Foley. Thank you. The chair recognizes Senator Gavrone for a motion.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that senators absent the week of Sunday, December 7th, 2025 be excused so long as a written explanation is on file with the clerk pursuant to Senate Rule 17.
The question is, shall the motion be agreed to? Without objection, the motion is agreed to. Offering of resolutions. The question is, shall the resolutions listed under the President's prerogative be adopted? Without objection, the resolutions are adopted. Message from the House.
Mr. President, I'm directed to inform you that the Speaker of the House of Representatives has signed the following bills. House Bills 29, 114, 129, 184, 186, 246, 247, 309, 335, 440, and Senate Bills 17, 103, 217, and